Is my volume working? Is my volume working?
So I can hear you, dude. Okay.
Oh, I can hear you now. I just heard you.
Alrighty.
I
Excellent.
think maybe mine just took a minute to load.
Ah. There we go. Look at oak. Tilt that a little bit.
So I told Dave to give me 5 minutes to warm up and just get used to talking, because I'm not talking.
Yeah. Well, this is normally the voice you hear and how I normally talk to, kind of fit in and everything. But this is kind of how I talk normally.
Nice.
I've been doing it for years so that people kind of don't make fun of my accent and shit.
I can't really change my voice like that.
It took a lot of practice to get this to sound like this. Yeah. It took a lot of practice to sound like this on a regular basis and not have this, popping out and sounding like this to everybody.
Well, at least I know I could try to change mine.
Cause kids are cruel. Kids are cruel.
Hello.
They used to make fun of me a lot.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Kyler?
What's up?
How's it going, my dude?
Good, how about you?
I'm well. Oh, is this on the internet?
Nice.
Are we live? Shadow, did you set this up for him?
I helped.
Good job, buddy.
Get it?
You did it.
I'm not the greatest, but I help a bit.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy setup. Now I got it down.
Yeah.
Live streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're doing it.
That's the way of the warrior.
So how you doing, Kyler?
Good, how about you?
I'm well. How has the day been for you? Has it been good?
What?
Has today been good?
It was a good day today.
Has it been a good day?
Oh yeah, it's been a good day.
That's good. It's good.
I'm halfway deaf, I can't hear if anything.
So Shadow,
East.
how are you, Shadow?
I'm no worse for wear. I still got this sinus thing that's going around,
You dying?
muffling like my hearing and stuff.
You dying, Shadow?
I just got like a sinus bug that's going around, and it's kind of like occasionally muffling like everything I hear. So like half the time I'm hearing, wah, 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 wah. Feel like I'm stuck in a Charlie Brown episode.
Go on.
So I wind up having to tell people like, what? Repeat that? I didn't catch that.
Whoa.
All I heard was
What do you mean?
something or other. Wah, 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 wah.
YouTube link of Gaming Central.
Yeah, Shadow, can you post this link in Gaming Central?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Good. I'm glad it's not a problem.
And pop over to here. And oh shit. Click that.
So when it starts, Shadow helped me come up with a couple last minute questions to ask you guys.
You got some last minute questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. What do you got?
So, what made you want to start collecting, and how old were you?
Do you want me to answer this here?
Yeah?
Okay. I think I always liked video games. Like, I always had a lot as a kid. Like, I grew up, like, with the Super Nintendo and the NES. I got a little later. And then the 64 came out when I was, like, 9. I got that right away. And then, like, I still like buying, even when I got the 64, I was still into, like, playing my Super Nintendo and original Nintendo. And, like, my dad used to take me to Funkoland and shit like that when I was, like, 10, 11 years old.
Wow.
And I'd buy more games and stuff, and I don't know, I've just always been into collecting games, man.
Put the Google Hangout link instead of the YouTube link.
Oh shit.
Did he? You didn't know!
I know in the highly.
Oh, you meant the YouTube link.
I mean, you didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Buddy.
We all link sometimes.
What about you, Lance? What made you want to start collecting?
What really got me, well, basically, I started out when I was like 3 years old. My dad had an Atari 2600 and Pac-Man, which was crap, and Space Invaders was the only game that I actually played on. And then, when I was 4, we had, well, it wasn't ours. It was on loan from a client / friend of my grandfather's. We had the NES and Super Mario Duck Hunt and the original Castlevania on loan with that.
I beat it when I was 2.
For like a good, I'd say 4 or 6 months, something like that. And I kept on going and going. Then when I was about almost 7, my dad for Christmas got me the Super Nintendo that came out and Super Castlevania 4. And I've just been playing games ever since. We eventually sold the Nintendo to purchase the PS1. We had that for like a good year, and then we sold the PS1 to get the N64. I don't know, but we kept the N64 for like ever. My family still has our original, and it still works.
What did you ask?
Do you still have that Barney hide and seek?
I have another one.
Yeah, like, do you still have that fucked up movie?
I think my biggest influence for gaming and collecting was my dad.
Let me check.
What about it?
He started me off, and I've been going strong ever since, except for like a good 3-year period where I was kind of homeless and kind of jobless.
That sounds about where I was, because I always grew up with it since I was like 3 I started. And I don't even remember what my first game was or my first console. I was so young.
Yeah.
Was it the Wii?
The fucking God's name am I listening to?
I just saw Jordan was here. What about you, Jordan? What made you want to start collecting?
I don't think Jordan really collects games anymore, man.
Me, I just buy what I want and play what I want. I just don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
He's more into Blu-rays and steelbooks.
Jordan just doesn't care about anything anymore.
Yeah, dude, Savage 16.
Yeah. That's Jordan. How long you been collecting for, Kyler?
Since September. I've gotten. Let me see if I can get it. Oh,
Wow.
that.
Quite a bit.
So I'm at like 627 games or something like that.
Right on. Damn.
I'm
That's more than Shadow.
Yeah, I'm barely getting close to about 300 games. Not all of them are like, one specific system.
I can see
Most of my
PS2.
games, though, are for PS2, as
I can see them right there. There's
you can kind of
some
see.
Dragon Ball Z.
That's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
There's much more. It goes all the way down.
You got a pilgrimage for like every day of the year.
Let's see if I can get that down there just a bit. Oh, shit. Damn it. My stupid
Welcome to Shadow's life.
clicked.
oh, you almost got it, buddy.
Okay. Hold on
Oh my,
once.
I did this. Dave!
Yeah.
Dave!
Yeah. Goes all the way down to the bottom shelf.
What's up?
Nice. The main
Hey,
console I
Shadow,
collect for is NES.
Shadow, could
Over
you throw your
there.
collection upside
Dude.
down?
When did D get here?
Bloody hell, mate. I've been here.
He's been here in spirit.
I'm always here in spirit. I'm
Now
the
he's,
spirit
now
guy.
he's here as his digital self.
Like in Digimon. I'm in the digital world.
Did you know D was actually the voice of a Digimon?
He was?
Tell him, D.
Tell him what? I had to put my hat on.
When you were the voice in Digimon, for what Digimon? What
Oh,
Digimon
yeah, I
did
was
you voice?
Ugamon. Ah, see? Fucking killed it.
Damn, dude.
That's some next level shit right there.
Well,
It feels great to be part of this disaster. I want to thank God, Tyler.
Pikachu.
What made you want to start collecting, D?
Funko Pops.
You better stop it.
Get that Godzilla Funko.
Go buy it at the store.
Can't find it at the store. I have it on watch on eBay, but I don't want it now. Oh, you gotta answer the question.
Yeah.
What made me start collecting?
Yeah.
I got sick of playing 360 games and wanted to play old games again.
And then,
Then I went and did it.
hey, Savage 16.
What's the console that you guys collect the most for? I got 100 NES games, and that's all I'm going for. A complete set on that.
well, power to you.
Shadow, what made you pick the PS2? Why don't you start?
Because it has the biggest library.
It has a huge library. 1. 2, I really like a lot of the library for the system. And 3, right now, PS2 is like very abundant in my area where I'm at, locally. And it's dirt cheap as shit. I can like just buy shit in bulk for pennies on the dollar.
I like to collect the GameCube. I throw the dice. I throw the dice at them. It's like some of them.
You missed out on some GameCube games, D. I sold them all to Wood.
I got them all. That was. You had cheap stuff. It's okay, bro.
I had a couple rare ones in there that I kept.
Got the Metroid Wind Waker. That's kind of cool, right?
You got Metroid Wind Waker?
Yeah.
Let me get it.
No.
Why?
I got E.T. right there. There he is. That's the highlight right there. And then I put the little whatever the fuck this thing is. This E.T.'s right next to that E.T.
What is that?
E.T.
Is that Shadow?
I got King Bob right there.
Shadow.
I started collecting GameCube because when I grew up, everyone told me it was a piece of shit and it was like a kid system. So I decided, you know what, that's what I'm going to collect for.
That was my favorite console when I was younger.
People, where I came from and everything, not very many people liked the system or even knew that it existed or, any shit like that. So me and my best friend were like the only ones around town that had a fucking GameCube at the time.
Why is this funny?
Oh, Dave, I got you a movie.
What movie?
I bought this for you.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, you want me to bring it?
Yeah. Dude, I just watched it the other night.
Yeah, I seen it. I had to buy it.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh, of course. That's classic.
It's an incredible movie.
I would tell people about it, and they'd look at me like I was crazy. Because they wouldn't know what the fuck it was. It's hard to describe it.
All dude wanted was his rug back.
Yeah, like, fuck that guy, man. That guy was like, and he pissed on his rug.
Fucking nihilist.
That was wrong. You don't piss on the dude's rug, man.
Yeah, man. That rug really tied the room together.
That was his fucking rug.
What's this world coming to when people piss on the dude's rug?
What movie is that?
The Big Lebowski.
I'll have to check that one out. I've never seen it.
You should check it out, man.
Oh my God, Dave! Look at this. I'm not gonna believe what I just found.
What?
You see that?
You should bring it over. You could play it.
Should I?
I think you could get a patch for it.
Well, I think doesn't the Retron play Mega Drive games?
Yeah, but I mean a patch for it to be in English.
I mean, I don't want it to be in English.
Yeah, that's true.
It takes out the experience of the game, the experience to play. I'm not sure the correct word I'm trying to go with here.
Shadow, can you give some YouTube tips to our friend Kyler?
One big tip I can give you is don't be an idiot like me. Don't say the N-word. Bad.
You said the N-word?
The N-word was a bad decision.
Tell him
I'll
why it
say
was bad.
anything, but I won't say that. Especially on YouTube.
Yeah, like you know better than to do that, right?
I know better to do that, and we have a KKK here.
Yeah. Come on.
What the fuck am I in?
Tell us more about this KKK.
I don't know, you're pointed at the ceiling.
Shadow.
I'm looking at my PlayStation 1 games. I remember when Goodwill used to be like good. You used to find games like this for $1.
Yeah.
You used to find like Silent Hill. Where's that? Find games like this for $1. I don't know about you guys, but I like keeping the sticker on. People won't believe you that you paid $1 for some of this shit.
The only time I keep stickers on stuff in my collection is like things that have like Blockbuster stickers. I
Like
leave
Dave.
the nostalgia.
Yeah.
I remember when Dave, he decided to say he found this, but he was that guy.
I did.
Yeah,
I
you
took-
found it. You found
Dave
something,
said-
buddy.
I did.
You want to trade for Alien Crush? I have this. I don't.
Yeah, I do want that actually. Let's make a
need, like,
trade.
Here's a
90
couple
in
things
trade.
for GameCube I was surprised to find for like $5.
That game is not worth $90.
No, but it's worth 90 to me.
No, that's like an $8 game.
No.
Yeah.
I paid $8 for like a year ago, man. I got.
Unfortunately, this one's missing the manual, but it's got the memory card.
I have it sealed.
I don't think I really got anything rare in my collection. I think that rarest thing is that Super Nintendo up there. And Dave Pikes, you saw that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Got Breath of Fire 4 for $2 because it's in a generic case. That's kind of cool.
Let me have it.
Do you got a extra case, Dave?
No.
I have 2 Silent Hills though.
Shadow, what are some more YouTube tips you could give?
Let's see. Scratch the old noodle here, think.
I tried collecting for the Dreamcast. This shit was too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, now it's like ridiculously hard to collect for.
There's someone in the chat called Fupa Chalupa that said, Shadow the Genius, D looks like a fuck.
He called me a fuck. He called me a fuck.
Who's this Chupa
What did I
Chalupa?
just joined?
Lupa Chalupa fucking showed up on one of my streams before.
The fuck is Chalupa Halupa?
What is this shit?
In the words of Tourette's guy, holy dumb fuck! What is this shit?
Wait,
I don't know who you
I
are.
think I know who Fupa Chalupa is, actually. D, do we know who that is?
I don't know. Do we know who that is? Doesn't sound like we know. I feel like that's a name we would know.
I think we've been told it before.
We tend to forget shit though.
We do.
There she is. There she is. The Titanic.
I know.
Was that a Looney Tunes picture?
It's probably freaking Connor.
Connor.
Oh, did I out him? Was I right? I don't know.
Who's Richard?
I don't know, but he went bye-bye.
Do you guys think there's a limit to how much videos you should upload? Someone was telling me you shouldn't upload more than 3 or 4 a week.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you could do one a day and be straight.
I was thinking about trying to do 5 a week and see how that went.
I mean, I wouldn't do any more than 5 a week, but yeah, that'd be straight.
Personally, at one point I was doing maybe 2 or 3 a week.
Go on.
And then it just went down to about like 1 or 2 a week.
You were probably spending a ton of time editing then, right?
Not necessarily, but
What does that mean?
I mean, like when I was doing like, well, like 2, 3 a week or whatever, I didn't have my laptop yet, so I couldn't do editing. But then when it went down to about like 1 or 2 a week, yeah, I was doing a lot of editing and stuff.
Go on.
I bounce back and forth between like 1 or 2 or 2 or 3, depending like how my week's going. If I'm like super busy or some shit, if I've got, you know, like a whole lot of stuff outside of YouTube to fucking do or handle.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on the editing thing. I'm getting better at it, I guess, but I normally suck at it. It just takes practice.
Yeah, it takes practice.
With me,
I like to edit with my iPhone. Just just gotta take it. Just one take, man. Just one take, and try not to fuck up that much.
yeah. Yeah. When you're limited to just a mobile device as your computating device and your camera and your mic and everything, you kind of want to try and get everything perfect in one shot. Otherwise, well, there goes, you know, a waste of time.
Yeah.
Go on.
I started off with my little iPhone 3, and I took one pickups video. I had 100 PS2 and OG Xbox games. It was about 75 PS2 and 25 OG. And I shot that video 7 freaking times, and it was 30 minutes. I could not get that thing right. At the 5th time, I had a freaking spider crawl on my leg and me freak out during the video.
Oh, God. I hate spiders.
It wasn't a little spider, it was a tarantula.
Oh,
On my
dear
freaking leg
Lord.
during a video.
Holy.
You
Frick.
watched me grab the Xbox game in my hand and just start pounding a spider.
Oh, God. I've only ever had, like, during one shoot, I've only ever had one incident with a foreign invader, and that was a fly. Kept buzzing around within, within earshot of the mic and in front of my face and kept pissing me off. I was like, fuck! Ah! Ah! Ugh! Ugh!
I'm
So
way
that
down
video,
south. We have.
like, scrapped like 3 different times because this damn fly just would not leave me alone.
I'm way down south, and I used to live in my grandparents' camper, and I would leave the windows open at night, and I'd wake up the next morning to a possum in there, or a raccoon.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hate possums. Possums suck.
Armadillo. I had an armadillo with me one night. thought it was fun to chase around and try to kick.
I think
You say
the worst experience I've ever had, though, this was back when I was living with my grandparents out towards the boonies, towards Topaz Lake out here. I had this huge 50-cent piece size friggin' spider crawling up my wall.
No, you didn't.
I was like,
No, you didn't, man.
I was like, what the hell? Oh,
Shut
hell
up,
no.
man. You're a liar.
I grabbed my shoe, and I'm like, take this, you ugly fuck. Threw
You
it,
didn't.
splatted it.
Get the fuck out.
I'm from Colorado, a big city, Colorado Springs. So when we moved here, one of the first things I saw was a tick and a tarantula. I had no clue what a tick was. I thought it was a spider, and I sat there and stomped on that thing and grabbed a shoe and tried to scratch it for 10 minutes, and it wouldn't die because ticks will not die unless you cut them in half.
Yeah, man, ticks are messed up. Ticks are a fucked up creature. Just like burrow into your skin. Kind of like Shadow.
I call ticks Katy Bays.
That's good.
You like that?
Well,
They really get under your skin, and they kind of fuck things up, and they suck the life out of you.
I thought it was a spider, so I just kept on trying to smash it. And I ran up to my dad, like, kill this fucking spider, leave it. Just kill it, it won't leave me alone. It's like, that's a tick. Like, what the fuck is a tick? They're not fun to deal with.
Dave, I'm coming over.
okay.
I'm pissed off about the fucking rant. They pissed me off, Dave.
Do you got a rant in mind?
Oh, I got a rant in mind. You want me to bring you this beautiful photo?
What photo?
The Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang it up.
Okay. I brought the Big Lebowski as well. Alright, I'll be there in like 15, 20. Goodbye, everybody. I want to thank all the viewers at home for watching this live stream. Obviously, I want to thank God. You know, God is great. Lord and Savior.
And that's the end of that. Good Lord. Oh.
What's the console you guys want to start collecting for, but you haven't yet?
What do I want to start collecting for?
Yep.
I'd like to collect Neo Geo stuff, but it's super expensive.
Amen to that. I don't disagree. I would love to collect that shit too, but fucking you gotta be like a trust fund baby or some shit to fucking afford that crap.
I used to have a Neo Geo CD-Z, but I sold it.
I remember you telling me about this. That was just a big bummer.
Yeah, it's tough. Sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to buy those diapers for my baby.
Oh boy.
I've never heard of a Neo Geo. The consoles I want to collect for is the SNES. I have 0 SNES games except for that Super Mario, and it's sealed, so I don't want to open it. And a Virtual Boy, so I can get a complete collection easy.
I've only got 6. All loose cart.
What's your favorite SNES game, Shadow? Or
My favorite.
Or Kyler?
I just emulated mine, and mine that I always like to play is Super Metroid or Zelda.
Oh yeah, Super Metroid. That's a fun game.
Final Fight. That one's really fun.
Final Fight.
Favorite of all time. Super Castlevania 4.
I never got into the Castlevania series. I don't know why. I just can't stand those really long runs. I don't have the patience for those really long older ones, except for the Zeldas.
Yeah, Castlevania is a lot of fun.
The only one I beat was Simon's Quest, and I left my Nintendo on for a week to beat that game, and I just gave up on the other ones. But people told me Simon's Quest was the worst, and I still tried another one.
Isn't that the second one?
Yeah. Dracula's... No, it's not Dracula's Curse. It's the one where you turn into a monster at night or whatever.
Yeah, that one's really hard. That one's confusing.
Yeah.
Did you have
My
to?
dad told me that's the one you want to play. That's the best one right there.
Did you have to look it up online how to beat it?
No, I just sat there and ran around for a week until I finally beat it. I don't know. I can't look it up online. I don't count it as beating it. Yeah, it's that.
I actually got this for $1.50 back at a Game Crazy in 2000. What was it? 2006. Yeah.
Nice.
And I got the first one of that same Game Crazy for $1.19.
I got off one of my local buddies all my Nintendo games, 100 of them down there. The Conker's Bad Fur Day, all the Paper Marios for the Nintendo 64, and Paper Mario for $1.95.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. It's a good deal.
I got a local guy who goes dog show hunting, and he bought Little Samson and like 100 other NES games for $5 each, and he needed money, so he came to me with like 150 random games for $1 each, ranging from like $1 to $20 value. Dude found Little Samson for $5 though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do you have Little Samson?
Huh?
You have Little Samson or no?
Yeah, Willville. I had to come when I picked up the one stuff. He was talking about, he liked to troll the 8-bit and 16-bit group, so he tried to fake sell it or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was trying to get a trade for you. He was moving on to Super Nintendo, so he was trying to get some kind of complete unlocked Super Nintendo game. I can't remember it. And I had to come to his house and use my one screwdriver thing to open it up because he didn't have one for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Had to give him mine. He got made fun of so bad for not having one of those.
Yeah.
There's 3 people watching this. Wow.
That's not bad for.
I didn't think anyone would watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe after I uploaded it, Matt Hooper would watch it, but that's probably it.
Matt Hooper.
Yeah. I think it's Super. That's
Honestly, if I were to answer that question of what system I would really want to start collecting for that I haven't, Nintendo DS. I really missed the boat on that system, and it's got a lot of decent titles.
Yeah. It's got a lot of bad ones, but it's got a lot of good ones.
It does have, yes, it does have a lot of shovelware and a lot of bad ones, but it does have really good ones in there as well. And one of the ones that I really want to get back again, because I had traded it off years ago for store credit, Metroid Prime Hunters. I wanted to get that one back again. I mostly didn't play like the main storyline all that much. I played the multiplayer over Wi-Fi.
I never got to play that one. I played a lot of the DS ones, and most of them I kept. The one iOS I kept was Contra 4, I think it's called. And that was a cool Contra.
That
Yeah,
was a
Contra 4, that's a good game.
uh,
D actually got me that for my birthday.
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
It's actually one I want to get, and then there's a couple of Phoenix Wright games that I really need to get. The second and third ones. I have the first one. I bought it like day one when it came out and everything, and I've already. It's just been sitting for like a long time because I already beat it a long time ago. But I really like games like that, which is kind of one of the reasons why I would give for the Sega CD, I would give my left nut for a copy of fucking Snatcher.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
I like games like that where it's just like, you know, like kind of like puzzle solving via, you know, like examining stuff and, you know, just real immersive storyline like that, point and click kind of shit.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that kind of stuff.
I think the only Contra I haven't beat is Contra Hard Corps.
Ooh, that is a tough one for Genesis.
I don't even got it on my Genesis. I tried to emulate it for a couple of weeks, and I couldn't make it past round 2, stage 2.
Yeah, I've actually played it on the original hardware on the Genesis. And yeah, that game is no joke. It's tough.
And I can't figure out the code, and I don't want to look it up online, so I just keep on trying to enter whatever the hell the code is. So I don't have 3 freaking lives.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a code for that one.
There's not?
I don't think so.
Why wouldn't you put a code on that one? That's the hardest one there is.
I know there's no code on the Super Nintendo one. I don't think there is on the Genesis one either.
For the Super Nintendo one.
Yeah, the first Contra on NES, that has the Konami code, and then
Super C.
Super C has it, although it doesn't do the same thing that it does in the original. It doesn't give you, like, a butt ton of lives or whatever. It actually only gives you, like, so much. Like, it's like, basically, okay, the original Contra, Konami code gives you, like, I don't know, like 30 lives or whatever, you know, like a butt ton of stuff. And then Super C comes along and they nerfed the Konami code. That one. They nerfed.
I feel like Contra Voice has the Konami code too.
Possibly. I'm not sure, but Contra Force is that's a tough one to track down. Oh man.
What do you think is one of the hardest things that you had to do about collecting? Like, what systems you're on to collect? How did you decide?
Well, I had really, really wanted to collect for the Super Nintendo, but again, as I've mentioned in like Facebook chats and stuff like that, all cartridge-based stuff in my area has pretty much dried up. There's like nothing except like bare minimum of maybe 1 or 2 finds every 2 years or something like that, because resellers raped this whole area, snatching up everything they could find for Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES, N64, friggin' Game Boy Advance, DS, just like everything. They just raped the land and took it for all it was worth.
I don't have to worry about that. There's like 100 people in my town, city.
Yeah,
The
I live.
population sign was so small.
I may live in a small, town in Nevada, but it's Nevada. I mean, this
Yeah,
is like reseller central.
that sucks.
Yeah, as the worst one of all is this fuck who runs Game Cozy up in Carson City. He's snatched up like so much damn inventory that he can't take anything in, but he never really sells anything because he charges like twice what eBay asks for loose cart crap that is in piss poor condition at best.
My shop,
And we're talking common stuff too.
I'm trying to think of
Like
it. It's
really
called
common.
Pickers Junction. I
mean,
found out about this place.
The rarest game I saw in his shop was a copy of Gargoyle's Quest 2 for the NES with a dog shit fucked up label. And he wanted like 50, 60 bucks for that. And I was like,
Wow.
you're fucking smoking the fucking crazy shrooms, dude.
Yeah.
That thing looked like ass. I mean, I wish I could have snuck a sneaky little pic of it, but, that guy was just, like, eyeballing me the whole time, making sure I'm not, like, filming anything or taking any pictures or any shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So, fucking, it's just, like, it's bullcrap. That's, like, the worst fucking one around for, like, games. I will never go back there again. And there is, however, a shining beacon of hope, but it's all the way in Reno, and that is Game Force. It's the Reno branch of, well, the main flagship is in Boulder, Colorado. And GameSack is the one that actually mentioned Game Force Boulder. So that's how I know about that one.
I think I've been to Game Place in Boulder, Colorado.
Huh.
I feel like I have. Or something like that, at least.
Yeah.
Entertainment was this place to go in Colorado.
I think there's maybe like a few others up towards Vegas, but I forget the names.
I have one place that resells crazy. It's called Pickers Junction,
Uh-huh.
and they had a copy of Mario Duck Hunt for $20. And I asked
What the shit the fuck?
the guy how he got the price, and he's like,
Demands, just cart only loose. I have a copy. This game, in particular, I think, fairly should go for about $3.50 to $5 maximum.
GameStop had it on clearance back in 2001 for like 97 cents.
Oh my god. That's another thing I would like to get into in the future is just like calling bullshit on all these fucks out there charging these ridiculous prices for like common shit.
Yeah. I asked the guy how he got his price, and he said he looked it up. It wasn't the...
What? You looked it up complete in box price on eBay or like fucking sealed price? Yeah. Way to go there, fucktard.
That's what I was trying to figure out. It was the kid's son. He was like 16, and his dad wasn't there, so I couldn't tell him. His prices were freaking insane. But the only reason I go to places like that is so I can find a rare game and then slip it on the freaking price. I found a Conker's Bad Fur Day one day, and they wanted like $5 because they thought it was a sports game somehow.
Knowing me, yeah, I would jump on that and be like, YOLO, walk away. 5 minutes later, suckers!
Yeah, I made sure they knew that. As soon as I got my receipt in my game, I was like, you know that's an $80 game, right?
You know that's like a fucking $80 game or more, right? Yeah.
Yoink.
I sold off most of my Nintendo 64 games. I know that one had the manual too.
Alright, guys, I gotta take off.
Camera for a second.
Alright, Kyler, thanks for having me on, man. I'm sorry, I gotta go do some stuff. I got some filming stuff going on.
Should I have a what?
I gotta go film some stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, I'm gonna take off.
Oh, okay, cool.
I gotta go film some stuff, man. Thanks for having me
Alright.
on.
Yep.
Later,
See you
dude.
later.
yeah, well, honestly, yeah, I would love to collect for the Super Nintendo. I really would. It's my favorite console of all time. However, yeah, I'm not exactly in a position, transportation-wise, money-wise, and, well, the area I'm stuck in, yeah, it's reseller hell.
Yeah.
But I found a system that I could easily collect for dirt damn cheap and in abundance. PS2.
That's
I
advanced.
mean, I find so much PS2 stuff around here, whether it be good games, sports games, bad games, puzzle games, freaking you name it. Sky's the limit. I just find like everything around here.
Yeah. It's
And
everywhere here.
recently, this is kind of a sneak peek, but recently, even though they're just the disc and the cover arts or whatever in a slip CD case, I recently picked up Twisted Metal Black, Call of Duty Finest Hour, and these were like cheap as shit.
Nice.
But I also grabbed The Suffering, Ties That Bind, and Siphon Filter Logan Shadow. This was originally on the PSP, but they ported it to the PS2. Unfortunately, missing the manual, but I can track it down eventually.
Yeah.
This complete, and unfortunately, you can see it used to be a video rental copy. The sticker on the manual, I got to figure out how to get that off there, and the sticker on the center of the disc. And then there's a sticker on the cover art over the barcode.
That's not bad to be cheap, though.
It was dirt cheap.
I'm
But-
thinking about pawning off my PS2 and Xbox. When you get back on this, I'll have to show you, but I got like 200 games I'm thinking about getting rid of.
Huh. Well, if you do finally decide on that, you know where to send them. Who's got two
Yeah.
phones and collects for the PS2? This
I got
guy.
I got you a little stack. I have stuff that you're getting. That's some of the stuff you'll get. Not say what else, but that's some of it you'll get. I still have to go through up there.
Holy crap.
I don't think there's anything too special in there. Nightfire. That was like my favorite game going up for the PlayStation.
I actually already have that on, I think. Hold on. Check. Yep. I piecemealed a copy together because I originally had gotten this case and this cover art and this manual, but the disc was gone. Then I wound up getting a slightly beat up copy in this big box of stuff that one of my coworkers was getting rid of, just big box of PS2 stuff.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. You know, basically I took the disc from that copy. I kept the old cover art from that copy, and I got a better case and everything. So I piecemealed this all together into a complete, very nice looking copy.
Nice. I'm trying to see if I got anything really great in here.
Yeah, I've got that. I piecemealed a couple of games together. That's just one of them, but
Yes.
right now, I got quite a few things that I've got to find case arts, manual, all that stuff for.
Yeah, I think everything I got, I'm going to give you is complete. Except for one of them in my hands. Here's some of the better games. 4 of the better games. You got Transformers.
Revenge of the Fallen. I actually have a disc-only copy of that for PS3. I can find it.
Box.
Yep.
What else? This is my favorite Prince of Persia. I got a duplicate.
PS3 version.
Nice.
Disc only.
We got 4 views, and we started to show off. When I started to show off what I was giving you, and you started to show off your collection. 3 views now. Prince of Persia. One of the better ones.
That's the second one, the
Two
Thrones.
Thrones.
Yeah. I surprisingly have Final Fantasy 12. I need that.
I don't think it's complete. Nope, not complete.
Doesn't matter. I'm not picky. I'm not Grimsy42. Oh!
The last one you'll probably need is that. It's kind of weird, I guess. It's like a $20 game.
Barbie Horse Adventures. I know it's crap and everything, but surprisingly, this was brought up on Facebook. Somebody else had recently picked it up, or I forget. I think it was Connor or something.
It was. I saw that.
Yeah. And I was like, darn it. The sad thing is I need that too.
I think it was Mary-Kate and Ashley for like the GameCube though.
And yeah, he had also gotten that one, and there's a PS2 version. As soon as I learned there was a PS2 version, I was like, every time I learn that there's a PS2 version of something that's either like totally a girly game or total crap, as soon as I find that out, I just go,
Yeah.
Crap.
I think the Xbox one is worth like $60 though.
I think this one I'm thinking of goes multi-platform at the time, all three platforms, Xbox, GameCube, and PS2, but it's a really notoriously horrible one that I've been looking for a copy because I wanted to formulate my own opinion on it. Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Do a review on it.
99 Dragons. I've been looking for that. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, X-Play gave it like the worst rating they could. Garbage. It has shit controls, shit gameplay, shit camera. Just, it's absolute crap. However, like I said, I have a soft spot for bad games, and I like to formulate my own opinion on them, or find out whether or not, you know, they're as bad as people have made them out to be. Like, just last year, I played through this and rethought my opinion on it. Devil May Cry 2.
One.
It's not as bad as it was originally made out to be.
Yeah,
Yes, it's flawed. Yes, it's flawed. Yes, it's short. Yes, they could have done more with the storyline. Yes, they could have done better with the control scheme and the camera a lot of the time. And yes, they could have made the devil trigger mechanics a little more fluid, you know. But it's not absolutely fucking horrible like I once thought.
Some people told me it was the most overhyped game they've ever seen.
Yeah, at the time, Devil May Cry 2 was really overhyped, and they, you know, Capcom really kind of screwed the pooch with just buying into fan demand to get it out faster. So that's where they stubbed their toe and they fucked up.
Yeah.
Dude. However, when they made the sequel / prequel, Devil May Cry 3, they made it so much better. They made up for all their mistakes with the previous entry and then some. And then they even kicked it up a further notch when they released 3 Special Edition, which included Virgil mode.
I never got to play Devil May Cry 3. I've always wanted to.
The original version of Devil May Cry 3, very hard and challenging, like the first Devil May Cry. However, when you switch over to playing Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, they kind of... What's the word? I'm not going to say they nerfed the difficulty, but they slightly lowered the difficulty curve just so, because the original version was just really, really fucking hard. Like, you would wind up with a lot of cheap deaths in the original version, whereas when Special Edition came out, there was a lot less cheap deaths.
Yeah. 1 second, I think I gotta get a new like. I can find it in my mess of games.
I think I'm being...
For the Xbox, for the PS2.
Oh. Never mind. Just YouTube alerts.
Yeah.
Shezbot.
This guy. Here's what you might need a one. Tomb Raider Legend.
I missed out on that one when it was out and relevant. I wanted that so bad, but I had to miss out on it. I could not afford it at the time. I mean, I was kind of knee deep in bills, and yeah, it kind of sucked. I had to miss out on that.
That sucks.
But thus is life. When you get to your adult years, you find out sometimes you have to forego a lot of the things you want in place of things that you either need or have to, pay for, whether it be bills, rent, food, etc.
Yeah. Here's another one that's supposed to be really good.
Ooh, that one's actually kind of obscure. Believe it or not. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty damn awesome. I'm not saying like it's like really rare or whatever. It's just like not too common. You don't see it all the time.
It's really cheap. It's like $10 on eBay still, but I think it's gonna be one of the rarer titles.
I'm just saying you don't commonly see it all the time. Like you turn a corner and there it is.
I think when the PS2 starts to get more popular and starts to get considered more retro, Siren will become a more expensive game.
Yeah. That's another reason why I jumped into the market for the PS2, because right now it's not that retro, and that's why a lot of things, minus the rarer titles, are pretty damn cheap.
Here's another one. I beat that one like 3 times.
I have never played that, but I've seen it. I've come across it like a few times or whatever, and just like passed on it every once in a while.
It's like a $10 to $20 game, depending on who's buying.
Yeah. There is one particular. I mean, I have 2 of this game already, but I'm looking to get one particular version that I consider the definitive version for me.
I love
the PS2 version. And basically, I'm looking for the Wii version. I consider that the definitive version is the Wii version.
I never got to play the one on the GameCube. I used to have the one on the Wii.
Once you get past all the motion controls and everything, and once you get used to it, it's actually a fairly good challenge, even slightly more so than the original and the PS2 versions. It has, in my opinion, superior graphics to the GameCube version and the PS2 version. And it takes elements from both of those, i.e. the Ada Wong. Okay, the GameCube version had one type of side quest game with Ada Wong, and then the PS2 had a completely different one. With the Wii version, it takes both of those and integrates them, so you can choose between the 2 different Ada, side quests.
I beat the Wii one a couple times. It was my favorite.
And it includes the exclusives from the PS2 version for Leon and Ashley, which is Ashley's Knight's armor, which makes her impossible to carry away. And Leon's gangster outfit from the PS2 version also makes an appearance in there.
Nice. I forgot about his gangsta outfit.
Yeah, friggin'
Looks like a pimp.
But yeah, it was a pretty cool alternate costume. Shit. I think also it included just like a small handful more of like exclusives to that particular version. And one thing that will piss off anyone that plays the Wii version of Resident Evil 4 is it's hard as fuck to use the sniper rifles.
Yeah.
Compared to the GameCube and the PS2 versions, the difficulty with the sniper rifle went through the roof.
I beat
pissed
that.
me off so fucking much. It's like, fuck! Come on, stay aim right fucking God damn it!
I beat that like 3 times and I still couldn't master it. I grabbed a freaking PVC pipe and I cut it in half and I taped it over my gun so I could hold it and steady it like that. And that helped a little bit, but still.
Oh man.
It was not fun.
Honestly, that is the only major gripe I have about the Wii version is just sniper rifle difficulty. But it's not necessarily a gripe, I guess I could say. It's more of it's annoying. It's an annoyance. Not a gripe, more annoyance. But anyway, I just ramble on and on, I guess. I have literally no idea how many viewers we have in here.
We have 2.
2.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. But
I keep on going from 2 to 5. I had 5 at one point, so that's really good.
That's not bad. Usually I can get between 5 and 12 viewers.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to understand I'm much bigger channel. And
yeah, I think I got like
lot larger subscriber base. Not exponentially larger, but just slightly.
A good bit. Like I got like 26 subs, I think.
Yeah. But honestly, I'd have to say I'm so far about 88 titles into my collection for the PS2, and I'm just going to keep on going and going and going. Or actually, well, last I checked, 88. So I think since I recently picked up, what was it, those 4? Yeah, I think I'm up to 92.
Well, you'll probably get to like...
I have to do a recount and, everything. So, but honestly, for anyone that is tuned in, my channel and everything, I've been going through a lot of issues lately. I've been going through a few more bouts with my depression, and money's been tight and stuff like that. So I haven't really had that drive to create content. And when I thought I was ready to come back, I really screwed up and open mouth insert foot. because I made one bad choice of words.
It's a really bad
Twice.
choice.
Twice.
Twice?
So
Dang.
yeah, so I removed those videos, took a step back, and I'm like, nah, I wasn't ready. I need to get a clearer head, get my head back in the game, and then I'll come back.
Yeah. I keep on looking up through what I got, and I keep on finding stuff, so I think you'd probably get like 20 to 40 games out of me on this package. You just found 3 more. That's
And
when
anything,
definitely
nice. Didn't have
one of
that
those 6
one.
games. Disney Dance Revolution.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was one
gonna
of my favorites to play. Secret Agent Clank.
one of the spin-offs.
That was one of my favorites out of the Ratchet and Clank series.
One of my favorite out of the Ratchet and Clank series was Up Your Arsenal.
That one was awesome.
Yeah, I've come across a copy recently, but the cover art's damaged, so I'm just like, it's not worth the price that it's at. So I'm just like, nah, I'll pass. I'll find it in better condition. Then
Yeah.
it will justify that price tag.
Definitely. I'm not sure if I got one. If I got one, I'll send it your way, but I don't think I do. That's what your
Yeah.
pile looks like so far. I still got all that up there to go through. So.
All I'm going to say is, don't show me anymore. Just surprise me. Honestly. Because, A, I don't want to have a heart attack. B, I like surprises. You can see, again, my accent's starting to come through a little bit.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll have like slip-ups and stuff where my accent just like really comes through thickly for like a minute. But to see back, I'm maintaining my usual voice.
No, you can definitely contain it. One of the other questions I wanted to ask is if you collect for anything other than video games.
I collect comics a lot, and I collect VHSs a lot. Even though they're not worth anything, I collect a lot of VHSs because I really like certain movies. When it comes to certain movies, usually a few times the DVD has a lot of content that was cut from the VHS version. Let's see. I could say definitely that one of the experiences I've had is I've watched the DVD version of okay, I can't exactly think for the life of me right now on a specific movie, but I have had a few experiences where I've watched the DVD version and then I've gone back and watched the VHS version, and I'm like, the DVD version had some stuff cut out.
Yeah.
And
I've seen that too.
that is mainly because of time, budget constraints, and like the size of the movie or whatever when it's converted and put digitally onto the disc. So sometimes they'll cut a little bit of content. However, sometimes also the reverse can happen. There could be like missing content from the VHS version that winds up on the DVD version.
Yep.
And actually, for that example, I can actually pick out a couple of titles that I have on DVD where, yeah, there's more content on the DVD as opposed to the VHS version. I speak, of course, of one of them is Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura actually has, on the DVD version, there is some content from when it was aired on like cable TV and stuff like that. That version. Like some scenes. When Ace goes to the bar, there's one scene that's not present on the VHS that is on the DVD that I found out. And that is he goes to this one bar and this one guy breaks a bottle, right? He's like, oh, you want to use glass, huh? Pulls out his contact and goes.
I remember that fight.
But yeah, that's not present on the VHS version. And that's actually extra content from when it was aired on cable TV.
So, I think what I collect for other than video games is my little Star Wars stash. And then I've got like 100 vinyl records I got free off of neighbors, so I just started to collect them. And I got like 100 VHS.
I recently started grabbing World of Nintendo figures. I've only got one, which is Fire Mario. I also have only 2 amiibos because, well, I'm town bound. I don't have a car, so I can't do things like go to Toys R Us all the way out in Reno, or go to the Walmart Carson City, which has more of a selection amiibo wise, and and I can't exactly go out there to GameStop either and find like the GameStop exclusive amiibos either that I want. But
I don't even got an amiibo, I think.
But I do have the 2 that I really, really wanted that mattered to me, and that is Samus and Sonic.
Nice.
And then I'm a total nerd. So one other thing I collect, well, that's it. It's too much effort to go over there with my laptop and everything, but I will say this. I collect Stephen King books. I have been a big fan of Stephen King for a long, long time, and I've got quite the collection going that I hunt and pick regularly at thrift stores for, things that I'm missing for my collection of, like I'm trying to find all the other Dark Tower books right now. I've only got 2 of them. I have 2 copies of the second book and 1 copy of the first book. So technically I only have 2 of the Dark Tower series. I have Needful Things I finally got last year, I believe it was. The Talisman, which is a Stephen King and Peter Straub collaborative. I have The Shining, of course, one of my favorites. I have the Dead Zone. I have Skeleton Crew. I have Night Shift. Those are the ones I have so far.
Nice.
I'm still looking for Under the Dome. I'm looking for Bag of Bones. I'm looking for different seasons. I'm looking for Carrie. I'm looking for what's the one I'm looking for? Crap. It's one of my favorites. But I can't for the life of me remember right now. It's the one about the fucking killer car.
I
Can't
think
remember the title.
huh?
I am also looking for the Dark Half, another one of my favorites. I love the Dark Half. I'm looking for It. And
That's my favorite movie. It.
Oh man. Yeah, there's just literally there's a ton of the Stephen King books that I am looking for to add to my collection that I'm a nut when it comes to those. And I'm also looking, again, not just for the books, but either VHSs or DVDs of these stories, brought to life. One book and mini-series DVD set that I am looking for, like a madman, is Rose Red. Stephen King's Rose Red.
I feel like I saw that Rose Red, Stephen King's Rose Red, at a thrift store the other day, the movie.
Yeah, it's like a, I forget exactly how many parts. I believe, don't quote me on this, but it's like 3 or 4 parts long. It's a mini series. And I rented it a long while back, like the early 2000s, from like a little mom and pop video store that long since went out of business back in my hometown. And I've been looking to track that down again ever since, and I've also been looking to track the book down. But yeah, I collect comics, I collect movies, I collect video games, I collect nerdy knickknacks. I'm a big friggin' nerd.
I collect a lot too. The kind of books I collect is Louis Lamar, though. Well, I don't really collect them. I got them all, so there's none of those to grab.
Yeah,
I found these a couple days ago.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, I definitely want to try and get a hold of the Deku Link.
They were like $4.50 a piece, I think.
That Deku Link is like fucking dope.
I love the Deku Link.
But the main one, I've already told you that I want to get my hands on. I'm just like so insanely want to get my hands on it because it's my favorite Nintendo franchise of all time. I want to get that big ass Metroid one. That would look phenomenal in my freaking display case. I mean, I have loved the Metroid series all the way back to the NES, all the way up to where it stands now, except for that abomination that they're trying to release, Metroid Prime Federation Force. You do not slap the Metroid Prime moniker on something that god-awful. Just don't. However, I will, as Alpha Omega Sin said, vote with my wallet by not buying that disaster.
Yeah.
Ugh. It looks like fucking Metabots had sex with the Metroid franchise and somewhere along the way got dipped into a vat of toxic waste, and this is the end result.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
What I've seen.
Honestly, it just... The only word I have for it is abomination. It is a turd.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks pretty bad. I'm trying to think, what's it called? I got a Charles Marionette autograph laying around somewhere, the voice of Mario.
Nice. Yeah, the thing about Charles Martinet is whatever you send him, he is just the nicest person. He will autograph it and send it back to you.
I know.
Yeah. He is one of the nicest guys on this planet. And that is just so fucking cool. And he has been the voice of Mario for a long time running now.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm no Charles Martinet, but here's my best impression. It's me, Mario. Hello.
That's pretty good. It's better than what I do.
But that impression took a lot of practicing, trying to get the tone right, trying to, shift my vocal cords just right, trying to get the pitch just right. Because one of my little secret hobbies is I can do voices.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, all famous, voices like that one, but I can do, original character voices. I have a very adaptable vocal range, and I practice in the mirror a lot trying to duplicate certain voices and stuff. It would take me watching the film again and watching certain scenes, but at one point I was able to do like a damn near spot on Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of practice to do that. And when I did it for a friend of mine who that is her favorite movie of all time, she just about creamed her jeans. She was like, oh my God, that was like so spot on. Do it again.
My big brother does stuff like that. He'll do a killer Smeagol impression.
Filth is stupid habit. It ruins it. That's the best I can do with that one.
It started to wake up when you did it, so I couldn't hear it.
Filth is stupid habit. It ruins it.
That's pretty good. My big brother can do it spot on. It's pretty crazy. He's good with mimicking voices. Really good with it.
I did it really good one day when me and my coworkers we all just got off work and we were like, F this place, we're out of here. I wound up going and saying, screw this place. Out of here. We're out of here. We're free now. until tomorrow. Then we'd have to come back.
That was a pretty awesome time to do a spot on one.
But, yeah, I can kind of do other kinds of voices. This is kind of original, but, hi there. What's your name? You sure got a pretty mouth there, boy. Let's see what we can do.
That was pretty good. I used to be able to be the old man from Family Guy. Herbert the Pervert or something. I can't remember his name.
Oh, old Mr. Herbert. Hold on. I think I can do this one. Guess who? Sorry for leaving so many messages. It's lonely waiting here for the mostly on paper boy to bring me some good news.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, you're really starting to piss me off. You little piggly son of a bitch. Call me!
I used to be able to do Towley too. From South Park.
Now that one I can do. You won't get high? Not Tyler, not want to get high.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't understand. There's some kind of a Taliban. God damn it, Tyler, get the hell out of here.
That one was spot on.
All right, see ya.
I've been sitting on my knees this whole time. My knees are starting to get numb.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to head off here because it's getting kind of late in my region. And, well, not necessarily really late, but I do have work and I do kind of need my ugly sleep.
Yeah, same here. It's like almost 1 here.
If I don't get at least 6.5 to 7 hours, I can't function. I mean, I'm just like a zombie for most of the day. And then by the time I get home, I'm like, face, meet pillow. Pillow, meet face.
I'm young, so I can handle it pretty good. Waking up at like 5 a.m., staying up till 2.
I used to be able to do that. Unfortunately, believe it or not, don't let this face fool you, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's all still watching, but I'm a 30-year-old grown-ass man. I'm an old fuck. My youth dried up, got up, jumped up, and ran away.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like I'm probably still in my late teens, early 20s, but oh God, I feel internally, I feel the years. And I'm going to be 31 this year.
Dang.
But anyways, it was a pleasure being on your live stream. And I'm glad you could have me. I'd like to thank all those that did tune in and, you know, those that did stay and everything. But, you know, sub this guy, you know, give him a shot. He ain't half bad. As for me, don't bother with me. I'm a horrible person. I'm an asshole.
Thanks for coming by. You're pretty awesome on here.
All right. Peace out, dude.
Oh, peace. Oh, gosh.